Okay, in this video we're going to draw the special arm, which is the continuation of Module 6. So the first thing we need to do is to offset this line down about 20 units. And 20 units is just an arbitrary number that I know will be off the page. So we're going to go down and start with this line. Next step is to draw 3 lines collinear with these lines. So we're just going to extend these 3 lines down, and they are on the wrong layer, so I will need to place them on the correct layer. You could have extended the 3 construction lines down if you wanted to, but we just need these lines to give us a starting point to draw the object. On the special arm, there is going to be a lot of offset, a lot of construction, so you may need to do some cleanup or changing the color of objects so that you can identify them from other objects. So the first thing here we need to do is start some offsetting. This is going to be our main center line, and we need to offset that up 1.5 inches and offset it down 1/2 of an inch. So let's go to offset, type in 1.5, offset it up, and then we're going to offset it down 1/2 of an inch. So we need to set the distance to 0.5. And these intersecting points is the center of our small holes. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the small holes at these intersections. They have a diameter of 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and place those in. And there's also a hole that's located here with the same diameter of 1 inch. As we're drawing these circles, we're also offsetting. It's not recommended that you offset all of the lines and then go back in and try to figure out exactly where everything is at. And if it makes it easy for you, I would even suggest that you maybe put some temporary dimensions on the drawing so that you can see the distances. It's not required, but it's just a way to help you keep track of where all the lines are located. Okay, the next step is to continue doing some offset. I'm going to offset the main center line up 6.5 inches. So I'll pick this line, pick a point up. Then I'm going to offset that same center line down 3.75. So I'll select this main center line and offset it down. At this intersection we have 2 circles, and then we need to also locate another point over here. So let me go ahead and draw these 2 circles. The first one has a diameter of 2. The outer circle has the diameter of 3. And we'll get those located. So let's go ahead and locate the point over here. According to our drawing, it's 13 inches from this center line. So I'll do an offset 13 inches, and we'll offset this line over to that point. So at this intersection is where those 2 circles should be drawn. I can take and copy these down, or I could have just redrawn those. I used moved instead of copy. Let's try that again. So we'll select the lines, copy, and copy those lines down. Let's try that one more time. Copy from intersection to intersection. So that will give us the locations of those 2 circles. Now there's also a few other circles that we need to locate over here to the side. 1.5 inches from this main center line down, and 6 inches over from this line, there's 2 more circles. So let's use offset again to locate those points. So offset 1.5 from the main center line, and then we'll offset the vertical line 6 inches. So where this line intersects this line is where those two circles should be drawn. And you can shorten these offsets to help you visualize where they should be drawn. Eventually we're going to delete these, but in this example you can help clean up the drawing once you get these located. So I'm going to copy these two objects over like I did earlier. We'll copy from this intersection over to that intersection. So as we locate the center lines, we're going to draw the objects as needed. Now we have a large 10-inch radius arc on the bottom and another arc located over the top. So we need to find where these center points are located. According to the drawing on the back page of your module, this 10-inch radius arc has the center point of where this main center line, vertical center line, intersects with this line. So let's go ahead and draw a circle from that intersection with the radius of 10. And you'll create this circle. Now the other circle, this bottom arc, is 4 3/4 of an inch above this line. So let's offset 4.75 from the main center line. This intersection is the center point for the other 10-inch arc. So we'll start the circle command, pick the center point, use a radius of 10, and then that will draw that circle. The next step would be to trim those up. So I'm going to use trim just to help reduce the clutter on the drawing, similar to what we did earlier. So you can clean that up. Okay, let's draw the 4.5-inch circle that is centered around this circle here. So we'll start the circle command. We'll make sure we're on layer object. Start the circle command, and we have a radius of 4.5. Okay. So this has all of our major construction. We need to go in and draw some tangent lines and some fillets. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the fillets first. At the top of the page we have a fillet with a radius of 1. So I'll start the fillet command, set the radius to 1, and that will apply that fillet. At the bottom of the page we have a fillet between this arc and this circle here. So we'll start the fillet command again, and it has a radius of 1.5. So we'll type in 1.5, select the arc and the circle, and then there's one more fillet over on the right side, and it has a radius of 2. As you're using the fillet command, be sure to set the radius each time, especially if it changes. So we'll set that with a radius of 2 and get those in place. So the next major thing is just drawing tangent lines. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my construction lines temporarily, so that what I'm left with is the object lines. I'm going to use the object snap override to draw my tangent lines. So I'm going to start the line command and do a shift right mouse click and select tangent. Pick the circle, shift right mouse click, tangent. Now each line is separate, so I need to hit enter and enter again to restart the line. So I'll do a tangent to tangent, and that takes care of that side. Over here I have a tangent line, so I'll start the line command, tangent to tangent, and then the last thing we need to do is to do some cleanup. So I'll start the trim command, hit enter for everything, and then I'll go through and select the objects that needs to be trimmed. And you may have to select this multiple times. to get that trimmed up to that edge. And that draws the special arm.